What's going on, guys? My name is Boss. Welcome to another video. Now today we are taking on chaos with Bretonnia, and this time we are actually commanding Bretonnia. And let's dive into my opponent's army first. So for the infantry, he has got an alternating line of rank 6 chaos marauders and rank 5 chaos marauders on each flank, 2 rank 5 chaos marauders with great weapon, and in the center he has got a mirror guard themselves. And these guys are just absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's just amazing how beautiful they looks. And then at the back there's a moving -5 melee attack battery, the Demon's View, and also they have poison damage as well. On top of that, they have incredible leadership, decent amount of armor, insane amount of charge bonus as infantry, and they have very good melee attack. So, and also my opponent actually very smartly positioned them behind the main line, because these guys, we don't really want them to take the calf charges from the Bretonnia side. At the back, Chaos Warhounds was poisoned. These guys are very efficient at catching stuff, and also they do poison attack. For the heavy hitters, the Sword of Chaos. Like, I don't know, like I tried myself to pick Sword of Chaos to make them competitive. They look really good on paper. Like, they have very good health, they have 120 armor, they have incredible leadership, and they also provide this Guardian trait, which basically makes your Lord and heroes plus 15% physical resistance, which is very nice. And also the apocalyptic charge, which basically if you pop this, and then everybody is gonna gain that juicy charge bonus and speed. And the leadership in command is Caesarea, the KFC god. So basically, he has got standard die, arcane conduit, transmutation of lead, glittering robe. Glittering robe is actually a very decent spell. Like, if you cast that correctly, it can provide heaps of value. And then metal shifting and mandatory stuff, and 1 unit of Dragon Ogres. Like, these guys are very good. They are heavy hitters. They have incredible weapon strength, a lot of AP, incredible charge bonus, incredible leadership, very good armor, very good melee attack, very good melee defense. Like, the Dragon Ogres on Chaos roster, just overall speaking, very good unit. And these guys are also anti-large as well. They can do a lot of hurt. Like, 26 anti-large is no joke. And then on this side, there's another Chaos Knights with Lances. These guys are also heavy hitter. 80 charge bonus is just the same as Dragon Princess, and their stats actually can rival Dragon Princess. And we all know how good Dragon Princes are. And Chaos Knights with Lances are, in my opinion, one of the best shock cavalries you can get in the game. And also they cause terror. Sorry, they cause fear. So, which is just like a ice on the cake. Super good. That's my opponent's army. Now let's introduce Bretonnia army, which I brought. And this army is basically the result from my training with Zach. So basically, I basically adopt some ideas, and here's the result. So 3 Monty Yeoman archers. These guys are very cheap, but they can dish out a lot of damage, and they have very good ammunition, and they have very good range. They have 360 fire while moving. So yeah, overall speaking, very efficient. And on the air, I have a Royal Hippogriff Knights. Now, these guys, I have mixed feelings about these guys. So basically, they can dish out huge amount of damage if you make the right move, but also they need babysit. By babysit, I mean that you have to constantly pay attention to their position, because they can be stuck into a very weird position and just quickly die, because they are very vulnerable for some reason. I guess they have like a lot of, like a really big hitbox, and if they're stuck, they just die. But just check their stats; they are actually very good. They have the plus 20% physical resistance from the Blessing of the Ladies. They have 90 armor, very good. Decent amount of melee defense. As I said, they should be fairly tanky, but also quite fragile in their own sense. And then King Luan, leadership in command, with the Sword of Crown, which is like the most iconic Bretonnia ability, and Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, and that's it. And for my caster, I got a Damsel on Horse, Lord of Heaven, with Power Stone, Scroll Shielding, Curse of the Midnight Wind, and Harmonic Convergence. Good old spells. And for my cavalry, I got the Companions of the... I'm gonna just butcher the name. So basically, the Companions, they are the Regiments of Renown Question Knights. The reason I picked them is because they do AP damage, and they have a lot of AP damage. And the Companions, their stats just through the roof. 48 melee defense, 47 melee attack, 98 leadership. That's only with encouragement and the flank secured. And also they have the Blessing of the Ladies. And as Question Knights, they are just by default immune to psychology, which is super good when fighting players. And on the right flank, I also have one unit of Grail Knights. These guys are the bread and butter, and probably the strongest cavalry unit in the game. They have 90 armor, they are shielded, they do magic attack, they have incredible charge bonus, and they have incredible anti-large. And they have perfect vigor, pay attention. They have 20% resistance from the Blessing of the Ladies, and they are by default immune to psychology. Like, they are pretty much the best you can get from Bretonnia cavalry roster, and they are just goddamn gorgeous as well. Look at those lances, amazing. Alright, and then for my infantry, I have got 5 units of peasant mobs. These guys just basically there to provide a mid shield, and just basically slow down things coming. And for my elite peasant infantry, I have 2 spearmen and arms with both rank 1, and I have the elite beast slayers of Bretonnia. These guys are foot squads and regiments of renown. So basically, the beast slayers, they are anti-large, and they have a lot of anti-large, I guess. 22, yes, they are amazing at holding the line against cavalry, against big monsters, and they have charge defense against large. They have incredible leadership. They are not the best help unit you can get in the game, but as Bretonnia, they are pretty much just gonna get the job done. And then finally, last but not the least, I have a Blessed Field Trebuchet. So I just want to test the Trebuchet, basically. I want to see whether the Trebuchet can do a lot of damage to those Chosens, if there are any, but in this case, we don't see any Chosens. But Chosens are a very popular pick from Chaos side when it comes to this matchup. So yeah, that's the army from both sides, and let's kick this party started. So I have a Trebuchet, so apparently my opponent right now is just adjusting the line to face my army, and then soon he's gonna move out. There you go, just do like a full-on engagement. Because everything my opponent brought are melee units, so basically there's nothing on the roster can do any range attack. That's why my opponent needs to just close the gap, which is not quite far, and just dish out damage. And King Luan, and this is the definition of the Goon Squad. There you go. Royal Hibiscus Knights and King Boone just absolutely shred these Marauders. And then there's gonna be another charge coming from those companions. And let's take a close look. Oh my gosh. That's a touch of damage, I should say. And then companions just quickly get pulled out. Same as the Goon Squad. And those Grow Knights are actually just kind of bait those sorts of chaos coming in to this gap here. And then I'm gonna just face them with my spears. And let's see my opponent whether they're gonna fall for the trap. And here, there's a death situation here. Those mounted yeoman archers actually were a little bit out of position. And right now, they got caught by poison warhounds. Now they're gonna suffer. Like, this is completely my fault. But while everything is going on, the blast field trebuchet is just tossing those catapults into the demon's field, but just completely wasted because they are very inaccurate. And right now, these sort of chaos ancestor is actually coming in, trying to just basically catch those mounted yeoman archers and just get rid of them. And then I believe that was the buff from Sword of Chaos, the apocalyptic. I'm gonna catch the name again. So basically, this ability here, apocalyptic charge. So basically, everybody just gains speed. And right now, these companions are actually coming behind and charge onto those warhounds, which is good. So that move is gonna save some mounted yeoman archers. And also Boone and the Goon Squad came in and just dive straight onto these. There are a lot of things going on. Alright, so basically, I popped Stand Your Ground, I popped Sword of Crown, and I casted an overextended version of Curse of the Midnight Wing. So right now, those Sword of Chaos only have 60 armor. They have only 18 melee attack, which is very low, and at the same time, they are taking a lot of damage from the Sword of Crown debuff. And here, Sasori actually popped Stand or Die as well, so it's like a buff stack. And then these warhounds actually got rotted off, and companions needs to pull out straight away because right now I'm only using Royal Hibiscus Knights and the Luan to just basically trying to goon those Sword of Chaos down. But all this infantry coming, especially the Dragon Ogres, they're gonna dish out a lot of damage onto my knights. So I need to kinda retreat, but at the same time I need to kill off the Sword of Chaos, while the Curse of Midnight Wing buff still on. And here those warhounds actually almost made into, there you go, warhounds are made into the peasant mobs, which is a very good move from my opponent. And these Question Knights actually got pulled out. And here, these Grail Knights are actually gonna charge into those warhounds, just doing a lot of damage onto them and basically get rid of them. And here King Luan and also the Royal Hibiscus Knights are just basically gonna do a full retreat and maybe into the engagement here to fight off those Chaos Knights with lances. There you go. And okay, this is the things. This is the thing I talked about in the very beginning. So Royal Hibiscus Knights, almost 5 of them got out of the engagement here, and together with King Luan, they all gonna just dive into these Chaos Knights and just basically decimate them, right? But not really. Somehow they just turn around, because I think the Bannerman actually died here, maybe just one model, and for some reason the Bannerman got just shifted to another model, and then everybody is just turning around and just charging into the death, pretty much. And that's something I was mentioning before. Like this is really bad, and I don't really like the mechanic here, because that basically means I'm losing like almost 2,000 gold for nothing, because I thought they're already out and they're already about to dive into disengagement here, but all of a sudden they just turn around and just die. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the reason why I don't like to pick Royal Cubicle Knights are the situations like this. And then on this side, Grey Knights are just doing all these roll hand charges, and also the companions as well, into those infantry, and then just cycle charge them, ping pong them between those warhounds and those marauders. And here, there you go. You see, I'm just wasting a lot of APM trying to maneuver my. There you go. You see, they just basically refuse to go out. That's what I mean. And then, because of that move, these knights actually got a huge charge onto my puzzle mobs. But companions are coming as well, and Luan is coming as well. Those Chaos Knights are not gonna have a good day fighting all these. And then Dragon Ogre is coming again, and I'm gonna slow down things again. Alright. So, I cast in another overextended version of the overcast version of the Curse of Midnight Wing. At the same time, I think I am about to pop something, because King Luan is here. King Luan is to basically get into this engagement here as well. Companions and together with the peasant mobs and the Royal Hippogriff Knights are still just doing work onto these Dragon Ogres, and they have already routed these Chaos Knights with lances, which is nice. And here Sword of Chaos is just pushing in, but these are Spearman Arms. And also my final line of infantry is about to get put in, which are my Beast Slayers, and also these Spearsman Arms. Alright. Companions once again got put back, same as these Royal Hippogriff Knights, but they're gonna suffer a lot in this engagement here. And then finally my Beast Slayers are coming hot, and there's a transmutation of elite as well, so just basically debuff stacking on debuffs, like everybody is getting some debuffs. And then these Grey Knights are coming in, doing a very good charge onto this Demon's Field. And here Royal Hippogriff Knights are actually diving once again onto those Mirror Guards. And here King Luan pops down to the ground and they're just fighting Caesarea, the Everwatcher, toe to toe. And those Dragon Ogres are still just doing very strong, and same as these Chaos Knights with lances, they actually come back from routing. So it's basically all up to those Beast Slayers now. If they can hold their ground against the pocket here, my Knights may be able to do the job. And here, on the distance, this Sword of Chaos are actually dying to my companions, which is quite nice. So if I get rid of the Sword of Chaos, which is a win, and then I actually managed to wrap around with one of my peasant mobs, and they actually got back to those Chaos Marauders, and look at the morale they did. And here, Caesarea actually made a big mistake here by getting himself a little bit isolated from the pocket. And then those companions and Grey Knights are just basically dive onto him. But he's not really taking a lot of damage for some reason. And then I also popped Sword of Crown. Now he's gonna take a lot of damage now. And there you go. Those peasant mobs got pulled in. Companions are coming in again onto those Dragon Ogres. With the Sword of Crown buff, I think Dragon Ogre is gonna have a hard time. And then there's a transmutation of leader again. So basically, the story of the game was just Curse of the Midnight Wing against the transmutation of lead, just debuff stacking. But I was quite happy that those Dragon Ogres actually died to my companions and my Grey Knights, which is huge. And then Caesarea actually got himself in a very tight spot here, fighting multiple Hippogriff Knights and King Luan. And here, a damsel actually got herself caught with those Chaos Knights with lances, and she's not gonna like it for sure. And I think the MVP in this game are those beast slayers. Look at them. They are fighting against the entire pocket of Chaos Legion, and they just stand there and tank it. They are just basically so good, and they really performed. Right now, Sasora is almost gonna die. 213 health left. There you go. One more charge from King Luan. That actually missed. There you go. Finally, Luan caught him. The Whoop Chicken is no longer gonna damage the realm. And then with the Whoop Chicken gone, everybody shattered. And that's the game. Alright. Let's check the scorecard. So, I don't like the pick of Royal Havoc Knights. So I believe, I would better off to even just pick 2 Knights of the Realm. Because for the cost of the 1 Royal Havoc Knights, I can get 2 more Knights of the Realm. And basically, if I have 4 cavalries, I can do much more, I think. But I do like the picks of companions. They absolutely performed, and they actually did a lot of heavy lifting in terms of fighting off those Dragon Ogres and also Sword of Chaos. And here, Grail Knights, not much to say, just always gonna perform. Denzel Heaven, I like the pick. I think Denzel Heaven can provide that debuff and also the harmonic convergence to basically boost the fighting capabilities, which is very good. Beast Slayers, they came in the last and absolutely hold their ground, so they are pretty good. And I'm not sure about the Trebuchet. 40 kills are okay, but it's not really something I expected. I definitely expect more. And I did mismicro my multi-yeoman archers, and one of them actually got caught by the poison warhounds. I really suffered. And for my opponent, I think this is a very meta build. It's very aggressive list, all melee, and very effective as well. Like, I'm not too sure about Swords of Chaos. I think from my observation, they never really paid for themselves. So if I'm gonna build a Chaos list against Bretonnia, I would definitely ditch them because I don't think they're worth the cost. I would maybe, you see the Chaos Knights with Nancy's, they actually did like huge, like they killed 137 units, while Sword of Chaos killed 9. So just the difference, man. I think Chaos Knights, even the normal Chaos Knights with sword and board, would outperform Sword of Chaos. Dragon Ogres did okay, but they actually got gooned down by those knights while the Sword of Crown was activated, so that was kinda bad situation. But besides that, I think Dragon Ogres are a very solid unit in terms of against Bretonnia. Chaos Warhounds performed really well. Marauders did okay. Demon's View, Mirror Guards all killed a lot of peasants, so I think they're all very good. Sasora, I like the pick as well. I think Sasora is very tanky, and also Sasora is unbreakable, so which means he's not gonna just die to the goon squad. And also, as you can see here, Royal Havoc Knights really didn't perform that well. I thought they're gonna perform really well, but they didn't. So next time I will definitely ditch them. And that's it for this video. If you guys enjoy my contents, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. And also join the Discord channel. We're gonna soon have some very good contents and will be released on the Discord as well. And for now, Oracle Boss signing off.